What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. We're going to be solving the pips puzzles for today. Starting with the easy, we have forced orientation for both of these lines. We're going to have a 2 in one of these, and it looks like it could be either. The critical part is going to be this 3 cell. It's going to have to be our 4s, which is going to put a 4, 3 here, which is going to link up with the 2, 3. And then we need to make a less than 5. And this has to equal 4, so we could do the 0, 3, and then the 1, 5. That was the easy puzzle. Pretty straightforward. Let's move on to the medium. Again, some forced orientation to start. This has to come over, so this has to come over. So same with this. Some symmetry going on there. So what do we have? A one tile 8. Could be the 5, 3 or the 6, 2. Anything else? This is a 1 tile double, which has to be the 6, 6, because that's the only one we have of that. Okay. So let's see. 5, 3 or 6, 2. I'm not sure if I see immediately a reason why it has to be one or the other. The 6, it doesn't feel quite clear. These equals can be the blanks or the 2s or the 3s. It could be any still, really. We have like 2 of everything. Making 10 is going to be difficult. It has to be with a 6, 4 or a 5, 5. So let's start looking here. If we say 6, 4 or 5, 5, well, we don't have a 4. So this 10 has to be a 5, 5. And we only have 2 5s. So it's either this way or the other way. Can I see a reason why it would have to be one way or the other? This would put a 1 up here. Okay, but so since we know that the 5, 3 gets used because this 10 uses both 5s, we know the 6, 2 goes here. This would put a 1. Can we complete the puzzle like this? I think we can. There we go. Not bad. That was the medium difficulty. Let's move on to the hard. See what we can get. Again, some forced orientations. Just going to mark them for sanity's sake. So this can either be this or this, but I think regardless, this has to be here. Let's see. This, I don't see anything yet. A 1 into an equals. So let's see, we have a 6, a 6. We have a lot of 6s. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of our 6s are placed. So we have 2 6s remaining. And I believe you need 2 6s for this 17 cell. So that's a freebie, right? 17, if you have 5, 5, you would need a 7. So this is a 6, 6, 5. That was a freebie. And that means all of our 6s are actually accounted for. Don't actually know how they go placement-wise, but it means we know this can't be connected like that. So this is a vertical and a vertical, which means this is here and here. So we still don't know about this yet. Let's see. Do we have another? Yeah, we do have a 5, 5. I was going to say, if we don't have another tile with 2 of the same number, we could say that this is not possible, but we don't know that yet. Let's see what else we know. So this has to be a 5. How many 5s do we have? We have 4 5s. It can't be the 5 0. That wouldn't be possible. It could be the 5 3. It could be the 5 5. Where's my... Oh, there's 2 5s on the 5 5. So we have 3 tiles. So it either is the 5 3 or the 5 5. And we have a 5 here. So we've used up... Oh no, we have one more 5 tile then. Because this could be the 5 3. This could be like the 5 5. And then we still have the 5 0. Okay. That's okay. Let's keep looking. What else can we figure out? So if this were the 5 5, this would have to be a 4. And we have plenty of 4s. No reason I see there's an impossibility there. Okay. What about some of our 6s? We can look at some of those. 6 1, 6 3, 6 2, and 6 4. No. Not seeing something useful there. Okay, but we know... What do we know? We know that 2 of our 5 tiles are used. So we have at most one more 5. We know that our 6s are all used. What about the 4s? Do we know anything about 4s, 3s, 2s? I'm just trying to think about these equal cells. We have 1 1 here. This could be the 1s, the 0s. It could be a lot of things still. Yeah, it still could be. It could be many. I still think looking at this 9. How do you make a 9? You can make a 9 with a 6 3, but I don't have any 6s left. So you can't make a 9 with a 6 3. So you can use only a 5 4, 6 3, 7 2, 8 1. Yeah, so you have to use a 5 4 then, because we said we're out of 6s. And we know this is a 5, and this has to be a 5 4. So this could be the 5 5, or it could be a 5 4, but I don't have a 5 4. So I believe that's forced, right? We have a 5 0 and a 5 3. So this has to be a 4. And that means we don't have another double. Oh, we do have this double 1. Oh, I didn't see that. Okay, cool. Glad I saw that before I drew this marking. So this has to be a 4 something. It could be a 4 3. Could be a 4 2. I have 4 3. I have 4 2. I have 4 6. It can't be a 4 6. And I have 4 blank. So it can't be 4 1 because I don't have a 4 1. So I can't put a double 1 here because I can't put a 1 here. Let me just make sure that that's correct. 4 6, 4 blank, correct. So this can't be this way. So no matter what, this is a vertical placed tile. So we have a 6 1, which we said this can't be a 1. We have a 6 3. This could be a 4 3. What do we have? A 6 2? Could it be a 4 2? No, it could only be a 4. It could only be 3 2 0 or 6. So it can't be a 6. So it can only be 3 2 or 0. So we have a 6 3 and a 6 2. We don't have a 6 0. So this is either 3s or 2s. This is either 3s or 2s. That's not that useful of a bit of information. This is either 3s or 2s. What about this? 1 6. It could be a 1 1. Could it be a 1 1? It could be a 1 1 here. I don't think so, because I don't have a 5 1 actually. So this can't be a 1 1. It can't be a 1 6. So this is a 1, 3. Is that forced? It can't be a 1, 6 because we don't have 6s left to make the equals. And it can't be a 1, 1 because we don't have a 5, 1. So we can't have 1 in this thing. So I think this is a 3, 3, which means this can't be 3s. So this is a 6, 2. And this is a 4, 2. I have a 4, 2, right? Okay, I thought I messed up. And this is a 2 something. We only have 1, 2 remaining. So it's got to be the 2 blank. This has to be a 5, 3. This is just a known tile. Please have a 5, 3. We do. This is a 3 something, but I have lots of 3s left. Let's see. We have 3 zeros, 3 1s, and 3 3s, and 3 4s remaining. We got a lot remaining. What can this tile be? I think it could be a lot still, but we know this is a 3. So this is a 3 blank, a 3 4, and it can't be a 3 6. So this is a 3 blank or a 3 4. If it's a 3 4, this has to be a 2 0 or a 1 1, which is possible. If it's a 3 blank, this has to equal 6, which we don't have a 1 cell that equals 6. So this is a 3 4. And then this is a 1 1. We have a 6 1, a 6 3, and a 6 4 remaining. And we have 1 equals. It could be our 3s. It can't be our 3s. We only have 2 3s. And this 3 6, this 6 has to go in one of these 6s. So this can't be our 3s. So it could be our 0s. Same thing with the 4. It can't be our 4s, our 3s, our 1s. Does this have to be our 0s? I think this has to be our 0s. I think. And then we would just do like this 4 6. We would do the 0 5. We would do the 1 6 up here. And then hopefully this just finishes the puzzle. It does. There we go. That was today's Hard Pips puzzle. How'd you guys do?